5-minute forecast with Mid-Michigan's only live radar. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bryan Bachman.
Well, a very good Monday evening to you, everyone. How about this for a nice start to the work week for a change? Increasing sunshine for all of us out there today. Temperatures have been running the gamut of 30s to the north and west of Saginaw Bay into the thumb, but places around the Tri-Cities, Mount Pleasant, Alma, and especially around Flint, you've made it into the 40s, if not 50 degrees. Now, I would urge you to enjoy that while you can, because it will be trending back toward typical February weather this week, but overall, still largely quiet outside of a speed bump or two. Let's take a look at your first Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar here tonight, live from MBS. That's looking great. You get to enjoy the sunshine here for give or take about another 25 minutes, maybe half an hour tops here. So do that while you still can. But at least if you're hitting the roads anywhere this evening, things will be in good shape. It'll be during the overnight period when we will have the potential for some patchy freezing drizzle to develop, and that could lead to some icy spots on the morning commute. But as for the current time frame here, looking great over downtown Flint, a clear sky, the sun setting as we speak. And get a load of this temperature, 48 degrees here on the third day of February. And even with a wind chill, if you really want to call it that out there tonight, east-northeast wind at 13, it's only making it feel more like 43 degrees out there tonight. So well above average even when you factor in those winds. But we find ourselves kind of sandwiched in the middle here tonight. We have the surging warm temperatures that were coming through the region yesterday. They have now moved on into the northeast, so leading to a bigger day over change to our west there. We're seeing actually a little bit of a cooling trend out there in many areas today, but an even bigger one, as you can see here, with temperatures dropping as much as 11 to 13 degrees compared to this time yesterday. That colder air mass over the high plains will be rolling in for tomorrow, and just to give you an idea of what we're in for, we'll take our 38 degrees in Saginaw and transition that back closer to upper 20s, say in places like Rhinelander and Duluth at 20 degrees. It'll be about a day's worth of transition, so we'll still mostly get into the mid-30s tomorrow, but then it ties in the 20s for the second half of the work week when the main thrust of that air mass works its way in. As for tonight's weather, on the First Warn 5 Sky Tracker, we do have an area of low pressure emerging into central Missouri tonight. It's going to run up and along this warm frontal boundary that's snaked across the Ohio Valley. It's mostly going to work to push clouds back into the region over the course of this evening and tonight. But with some of the instability near the low as it rolls on in, there may be some patchy areas where some freezing drizzle develops, especially with our temperatures falling back into the low 30s and even some upper 20s overnight. So on the hour-by-hour forecast, by 8 o'clock, we start to see those clouds working back in from the south and west, going back to a largely overcast but still dry slate of conditions by midnight. Then you see here as we fast forward to about 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., they come up as little patches of snow here, and they very well could be some flurries, but the main threat here with temperatures still kind of straddling that line of freezing as we move into the overnight period and early tomorrow will be for some spotty areas of freezing drizzle, meaning patchy ice could be an issue on the morning commute. But as you can see, by the time we wake up, most of that is out of here. We go back to partly to mostly cloudy skies for the first half of the day, maybe even another window of sunshine early on, before then clouds tend to regain the upper hand into tomorrow afternoon. So 29 is the overnight low for tonight. Increasing clouds giving way to that chance of spotty freezing drizzle. And then looking ahead in your First Warn 5 7-day forecast, 34 will be the high tomorrow with a generally dry day after the morning freezing drizzle. And then typical February, David and Meg, Wednesday through Friday, highs in the upper 20s with a chance of snow coming in Thursday afternoon and Thursday night.